Hello everyone, I am Devashish Tandon, Faculty Journalism and Mass Communication in Tecnia Institute of Advanced Studies. I begin by welcoming you all to this session. Friends, in our last session, we had discussed the history of television and different formats of television programs. But now, it's time to get in-depth knowledge of all three stages of production. So the first stage, as we had discussed earlier, is pre-production stage. Let us go through it. It starts with the brainstorming sessions. Yes, a session in which all the key members of the project, and especially the producer, director and scriptwriter, sit together and start thinking about a new project. They come out with different ideas. Each and every idea is discussed within the key members. They continue this session till they come across a final idea. And yes, that's the key term, my friends, an idea. What is an idea? Ever thought about it? We usually use such terms randomly in our day-to-day life, but fail to assemble words of description. So basically, idea generation or ideation is the creative process of generating, developing, and communicating new ideas. When an idea is understood as a basic element of thought that can be either visual, concrete, or abstract. Ideation comprises of all stages of a thought cycle, from innovations to development to actualization. As such, it is an essential part of the design process, both in education and practice. But friends, what next? Is that the end? No. In fact, the journey has just begun. Now it's time to kickstart the overall efforts to bring the ideas into reality. The second stage in the pre-production process is writing down. Yes, it means the time to write down all the necessary information gathered during the brainstorming sessions regarding the final idea. This tends to sound so simple, right? But believe me, this is the time when history is being written, my friends. As you never know, your final product may win many hearts and tend to find place in the history, as Bahubali recently did, my friends. Therefore, writing it down becomes an integral part. Writing is not a simple process, believe me. You need to get into the skin of your subject. Research, recce, and authentication are few of the attributes related to the art of writing. Believe me, my friends, when I say this, writing for a subject is equivalent to submitting your PhD thesis. As if it gets rejected, you need to start all over again. Third, now once the writer has gone through the first two phases of process, she now has a vision in mind. He can now start pre-visualizing the future. He tends to grow a certain image of the scenes. And this is where he comes with another technical step known as storyboard. Now let me explain you what a storyboard is. A storyboard is a graphic organizer in the form of illustrations or images displayed in sequence for the purpose of pre-visualizing a motion picture, animation, motion graphic, or interactive media sequence. The storyboarding process, in the form it is known today, was developed at Walt Disney Productions during the early 1930s. After several years of similar process being in use at Walt Disney and other animation studios. In the biography of a father, The Story of Walt Disney, Henry Holt, 1956, Dinah Disney Miller explains that the first complete storyboards were created for the 1933 Disney short film, Three Little Pigs. According to John J&Mc, the first storyboards at Disney evolved from comic books like story sketches created in the 1920s to illustrate concepts for animated cartoons such as Plain Crazy and Steamboat Willie. And within a few years, the idea spread to other studios. And now comes one of the most important steps in pre-production process, and it is production planning. It involves planning how to move ahead, where to shoot, whom to shoot, how to shoot, and who will be a part of the shoot. Technical factors like script breakdown, which implies in film and television, a script breakdown is an analysis of a screenplay in which all of the production elements are reduced into lists. Now within these lists are in essence the foundation of creating a production board which is fundamental in creating a production schedule and production budget of an entire production of any film or television program. This process is a very tedious one and complex task and is usually the responsibility of the assistant director within the production staff of any given production company. Now see, however many film directors, film producers and script writers have knowledge of breaking down a script. Next step is making shooting schedule and finalizing the equipments we need to shoot with. Once you come across all these answers, my friends, you are ready, you're all set to rule the hearts of the people in the coming future. To help you develop a story with good dramatic effect and bring it to life in film, you need three basic things. Now you need to understand. Take a pen, start writing down. First is a synopsis. Repeat after me, a synopsis. Second is a script. And the third thing is a storyboard. Having these in place before you start working on your film is also important if you're working for people to support your project. Now what is a synopsis? I just mentioned it. A synopsis is a short description of what happens in the film. See, basically, it's the idea for the film put into words. That's it. A synopsis is different from a script in that it includes only the most important or interesting parts of the story. That's it. It is usually used to present the film idea to producers and directors. We need to impress them, right? We need funds as well. You might also use it when you are submitting your film to festivals or when you are applying for funding. See, what should be a length of the synopsis? It's an important question. In case of a short film, it can be of 10 lines. In case of a documentary, 30 lines. And if you need to write for a full-length featured film, then it can be of approx 2 pages. Next comes a script. After synopsis, I mentioned script if you have rightly written it. What is it? Every film or TV broadcast is based on a script. The script could be noted or drawn in detail, or it could just be an idea in your head. A film or broadcast should never be filmed at random. You need to have a script. You'll always need a script, which is the product of your creative thinking and helps to guide you in the shooting process. Now, how to write a script? Remember that you are narrating through a film. The story should come across in the moving image, combined with original sound, voiceovers, and any additional sounds and music. This might seem obvious, but it's crucial for writing a good script, my friends. Unlike with a book or a radio play, you can actually show what happens, so you don't need to explain it verbally as well. A good script will lay out what happens in each scene, which helps you work out what material you need to shoot. See, it might even include ideas for the editing stage. For example, what transitions to use from one scene to another. It's a very integral part, my friends. This saves a lot of time during the shoot itself, and it gives the director or camera operator an idea of what needs to be captured and how. The script should describe everything about the scene. This includes the place, time of the day, props, lighting, how the protagonists look, what they are wearing, what happens in the scene, and any dialogue between the characters. The script might also contain the text narrated through a voiceover, as well as hints about the sort of music will need to be added in most productions. All scenes usually follow the same format in the script. First describing, then the background setting, then the characters, and then the dialogues. And the last thing, that is a storyboard. It is something we have already discussed about earlier. So that's all in this session. I'll be back soon with some more information and promise to follow the tact of infotainment, combo of information and entertainment. Till then, take good care of yourself and remember, every once in a while, a new technology, an old problem, and a big idea turn into an innovation. That's all for today. Thank you.